All right. Yeah. I'm going to be continuing where I left off last time, before I got called into work, which, just to reiterate with you guys, can happen again. I'm on duty. I'm on call. So we'll see what happens. I think where I left off at last time was I discovered that I incorrectly jumped forward in the expedition. I have to travel back to my originating system because I did not follow procedures properly. So I had to mine some stuff, to craft some stuff, to be able to make a warp cell for my freighter, or whichever gives me the best benefit of warp. Well, I don't have a warp drive on my ship, so it's got to be the freighter. But I've got to essentially go back to the original system and then reactivate my ship's logs, or check into my ship's logs or something like that. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now, obviously, I just started the stream. I know no one's like watching yet, so this is just really for if anybody watches after, just so that you know kind of where I'm at. Alright, so there's a warp cell. Man, I wish I could make a warp hypercore right now. I need a storm crystal. I don't think I'm in a system where I can acquire one. Alright, let's see. So I can make an antimatter housing. So I need condensed carbon. That's right, so I can get regular carbon and then refine it. What's up, Sword? How are you, buddy? I messed up big on this expedition, man. So check this out. So I've got to read the second entry in the Into the Black part of the phase 2. I've got to like do something with the ship's log, right? But it's telling me that I've got to go to this system here in order to do that. This Nawagooch system, and the thing is that's the system that I started in. So I completed phase 1, jumped all the way ahead to get to the end of phase 1, warped a bunch of systems because I was rushing, because I had work, and didn't visit any space stations on the way. And so now the first part of phase 2 is having me essentially go back to the system I started out in to do the ship's log. And I tried just simply going into my freighter from here, but it doesn't work. So, what up, Pidge? Long time no see. Glad you had a chance to stop by. I love this, by the way, with this last update here, where like these, I know they don't do anything, but it's just such a cool visual to see these frigates kind of coming in atmosphere like that. It kind of gives it like an ambience, and then just watching them warp away. It's really sick. I know it doesn't add like any intrinsic gameplay value, but it's just really neat. And every now and again I'll see like a squad of them come through. Boom. So cool. Yeah, they do. They do make a great photo op, right? I mean, there's very few games out there that can make a screenshot as compelling as No Man's Sky. Alright, so I think I've got enough to refine into what I need. Let's throw that carbon in there. I love these type of planets. The more like terrifying and like sketchy it looks, like the more I'm attracted to it. Like if this wasn't an expedition save right now, I would just so want to just build a base here. But I don't care about the expedition saves. I care about the rewards from them, but I don't really care about like the. I love the idea of like starting a different story. It's like a, I don't know. It's like a DLC, you know, quest pack or something like that. Every time they drop an expedition, I get to like play through the expedition and you know have a different start experience every time I play the game. The rewards transfer into my main save, which I like, and then I can just forget about this one and wait for the next one to come. The expeditions are like one of my favorite features ever added to the game. That and settlements. I'm weird. I actually give a big shit about my settlement and growing my population and the economy there and all that. I'm super into the settlement aspect. I want to see that expanded upon. Alright. Very soon, because you have less than a week to complete it, Pidge. That's the main reason I'm on it right now. I'm on call for work. I can get called in any moment and have to jump off of here, but I'm trying to get through this expedition here before time runs out, so I can get all my rewards and complete it. Yeah, I think we've got like 5 days left or something like that. So maybe less. All right. So what do we have in this system? And okay, so let's make a warp cell. Alright, let's go on board the freighter. Yeah, you're gonna in order to get it done tomorrow while you're off, you're gonna have to dump some hours into it. Well, I guess it depends. I'm not like Zane and those guys who can like knock these things out in like record time. And to be honest, I'm not that into playing the game that way, which is fine if you are and if you do. But I do like to kind of just work through at a normal pace and follow the story and all that kind of stuff. I say that, but meanwhile I'm stuck in the middle of the universe because I rushed phase 1. A speed run. I know, right, dude? I'm gonna pause the mic for a second, but I'm gonna keep playing. Sorry about that, guys. Had to do a FaceTime real quick with the family. My wife's been at her mother-in-law's, or not her mother-in-law's, at my mother-in-law's, her mom's, for a couple of days to help out. Her older sister, who lives there, has gone out of town with her fiance, so she went over there to help out with the kids. And since I'm on call this weekend, it's just easier for me if I'm at home. The last 3 or 4 expeditions I've managed to squeeze out in a day. Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, right? They like let you start it whenever you want, and so sometimes, you know, you're like not in any rush. They'll give you like 4 weeks, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I got to do something now, you know, before it's too late. I'm not that dissimilar. This whole time I've been telling myself, oh, I've got time, I can get it done, I'll get it knocked out, I'll start it. You know? And then you don't. I'm gonna try one more time to go into the space station and, huh. Well, that's cool. To go into the space station and see if I can roll the dice and get closer to my original system there. Otherwise, I think it's going to take forever to keep gathering and refining the resources to get the warp cells to make the journey back. But I've learned my lesson. I'm going to hit every space station on the way. Did I pick up any tritium? Alright, cool. Activated copper. So, does that mean, I think that anytime there's activated anything in a system, you can find a planet that's going to have storm crystals, right? Because that's really what I need, is storm crystals so I can make a warp hypercore. I honestly don't even really, in my regular save, I don't even make like warp cells anymore, I just do hypercores. I always keep like storm crystals on deck. Dude, I missed like the first 3 or 4 expeditions, and the only one that, besides hopefully this one, that I've actually completed all the way through was the one that came with the pirate update. I think that one was like, it's whichever one. No, I didn't even complete that one all the way. The Blighted. I completed a lot of it. I just don't think I finished it all the way. No, I did. So I've completed 2. The other one that I completed was the Space Whale one. No, that was the one that came with the pirate update. So I've just completed 1. So I completed the Space Whale one all the way through. And then hopefully this one. There's a few other that I've tried, but I was really upset that I was unable to finish the very first one, so I couldn't get the golden vector ship. I think that would have been cool to get. Salt deposits. Star crystal. I mean, maybe there's none here. I mean, there's got to be. They put a Exocraft Geobay on here. They did do the reruns, and I missed those. So right now I work in HVAC and in Texas. So in the summer, like, we get so unbelievably busy that we're working 12 to 14-hour days on average, a majority of the time, or more sometimes. And between our normal like work duties and meetings and all sorts of other things, it's just hard to find the time, you know. And then I've got a wife and a kid, and so it can just make it hard sometimes. I wish that they like had like just like an archive where you can go back. I know that's probably wanting too much, but I don't see any evidence of like storm crystal here. So I'm just gonna hit the terminus. I was wrong. There we go. Let's get it. I'm going way out here because rather than waste my time on that one, I can just get these 3 back to back. Ooh, it was 4. Let's get that one over there. Alright, let's hang a right. You know, I love when the community like gets together like this and they hook people up. Yeah, it's a choice, right? Like, you can take a shortcut if you want, or like not. I appreciate the ability, right? Like, I can just simply decide, okay, this person has put an exocraft geobay here. Let me take a shortcut, get in this thing, grab some storm crystals, because I got myself in a jam and I can be on my way. You know? Dude, what up, Stark? I always get so happy when I see everybody pop up in the chat, because like I hardly stream, you know? So like it's just I love like whenever you guys can pop in, you haven't forgotten about me and you pop in. And I appreciate it. It's so inconsistent and infrequent from me. Oh damn, I didn't even have to get out. I didn't have a mining laser on here and I didn't think that I could just directly mine that resource. You know, dude, I've been playing the game since like 2016 and like you can tell that like I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like the mechanics of the game sometimes like escape me, like because it's gone through so many changes, you know? Like I feel like I haven't sat down and really spent a ton of time fully comprehending all these new mechanics. It's like I feel like I'm not even playing the game properly. Whoops. Gimme. On to the next one. No! Alright. Well, that's that. I have enough, I would say. Let us see. Warp hypercore. Warp hypercore. There we go. So I need a storm crystal and antimatter. And how do I make antimatter again? I need condensed carbon chromatic metal. So all I gotta do is just find me a good copper deposit, and then I can load up on hypercores and fix this pickle I got myself in. I do need to grab some oxygen. I know I saw another one. Where was it at? Huh, maybe I thought I did. That'll work. No! Stark, you've managed to stay away for so long. Well, you know, I hope it wasn't real rough on you guys, dude. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? Is it, where is it? Where am I lost? There we go. Yeah, let me get some of that. Remember when this stuff used to be zinc? Oh, come on, Pidge. You gotta have a social life, man. Well, I mean, you do, right? The No Man's Sky community, I mean, you get social interaction. For me, like, as I get older, my friend circle gets smaller. I don't have, like, a lot of people in my real life that I spend a ton of time with. I've got hangouts. I've got, you know, like, what do you call it? Like, not encounters. That sounds so sexual. What's the word for that? Acquaintances. I have acquaintances, you know. At this stage of my life, hidden, who I've never actually even met in person, but we've been friends since 2017. We talk every single day, and we know about each other and our families, and we've gone through shit together. Never have we met in person. We plan to this year, but he's one of my best friends. And then I've got these two people in my life that I don't see that much either, but really they're probably my best friends also. And that's my friends Chris and Julia, which you may or may not hear me talk about sometimes, but I love those guys. But other than that, my actual real social circle is really tiny, and then there's just acquaintances, people from work, that kind of thing. So now what we do a lot is we go camping. So like we like to go, well, not a lot because my 2.5-year-old isn't that big into it. Dude, I love this. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's 3. So she enjoys day camping, but we tried the staying overnight thing in the tent, and that didn't work so well. But we like to do outdoor activities and things like that. Oh. Oh, legit. I'll tell you what, you know, I still have my bone to pick with Hello Games on certain features and things like that, but the atmosphere, like the mood, the vibe of the game now, really, really good. Alright, dude, chill out. You didn't have to go vert like that, my dude. The dude's like, I want the G's. I want the G-forces. I want to feel it in my back, in my guts, in my plums. Hold up, Stark, so you didn't get it, just your family? Bro. You know what that could mean, dude. Could mean you're an asymptomatic spreader, bro. Maybe you have gotten it. You just ain't had no symptoms, so you haven't got tested. Aha! I think we've rooted it out. I kid. No, that's unfortunate, buddy. I hope everybody's okay. It's gone fast. Yeah, man. She'll be 3 in December, so she, you know, a little more than 2.5 years old. Christmas Eve's her birthday. She'll be 3. Yeah, went by like that. The good thing though is like she's at an age where she can manage herself pretty well. So that's a blessing. That's what I need right there. That copper. I need that copper whopper, dude. All right. Let me add some life support gel. Alright, so I need dihydrogen jelly. About a big. Right. When the time comes for that, I got it. Ah! Oh, caves now are phenomenal. You know, there are still some caves I remember seeing in much earlier versions of the game that were pretty remarkable, but I'm very happy with what they're doing with caves. You know? Still a big fan. Still a big fan. I actually pre-ordered it on Nintendo Switch. Hopefully they come up with cross-save. So I've got the game on Xbox, I've got it on PC, I've got it on PlayStation 5, and I've got it pre-ordered on Nintendo Switch. So even though I criticize some of the features and the aspects of the game, trust me guys, I fucking love this game. This is my shit. And I feel like for all the updates, you know, most people bought the game one time and they get to enjoy all these free updates. You know, and I feel like it to me, they've earned me buying it multiple times. That's what I feel like. I feel like for the amount of content we've gotten over the years, you know, communication, support, updates, bringing new people into the community, multiple platforms, all of those different things, I have absolutely zero problems and regret with buying this game multiple times. Zero. And then suppose I can grab a few of these while I'm already out here. No, stop that. Okay. I don't want to try to mine that copper in this storm. What just happened? If they have cross save, I'll order mine for the Switch as well, Panda. Yeah, dude. Like, if I have like cross save progression, and like I could be playing on my PlayStation 5, I get called into work. I've got to run 5 calls. I'll have an hour or two between one. Dude, I can pull over my truck at a gas station or travel stop or whatever, and like bust out my Nintendo Switch, crack out for a bit, you know, on my mobile hotspot, link up all my... I mean, it just... There's so many benefits to cross-save that, you know... Water Zap in the chat. Why can't I donate? So, you are very upset about that. John Hall, what is going on, dude? What is going on? Water Zap? I mean, if you really want to that bad, if you click on my... the Hidden Panda show, like where the subscriber button is, on my main page there's a link to, I believe, PayPal. So if you really want to, you could do it that way. But yeah, I'm not monetized. I'm under 1,000 subscribers and I don't have YouTube monetization yet. So I should by this point. I mean, dude, I've had the channel long enough, but I take breaks. We'll just leave it at that. I'm doing very well, John. How are you? Hope all is well with you. I have not seen your name in a long time. What are you into these days? Still playing much No Man's Sky, or taking a break, moved on to other things for a while? What's going on with you? Boom. I saw an oxygen plant. There it is. Why can I see it? This is the first time in a long time I've actually played the game in first person exclusively. I spend a lot of time in third person on foot, and then I often like to fly in first person, but I'll alternate. But I just figured with this expedition I'll just stay in first person the whole time. Actually, I'm actually digging it. Kind of takes me back, Alright, there we go. Activated copper. Alright, let's do the thing. Let's do the thingy thing. Alright, I'm gonna move this into the exocraft for a minute. Alright, let's get it popping with this copper. What the hell was that deep ass bass sound just now? Are you guys hearing that bass line? I'm getting some random just bass line in my headset. Hit that silica powder, cuh. Alright. Alright, whoop-de-wop. Let's throw it in the trusty dusty refiner. Alright, let's Stardust reward. I'll collect that in a minute. Restore a crashed ship, recycling, repurpose a starship for scrap. That's a mechanic I've not really played around with. Alright, let's catch up on the chat here. Now I'm on hiatus. Almost been a year since I played. Needed to play some other games. I've been working through a backlog I had piling up. Dude, that's kind of... I went through that, man. There was games I bought with, like, greenbacks. Like, money lost. And then didn't touch them. Like, I got Assassin's Creed for PlayStation 5. Like, Valhalla. Didn't touch it. I got Breakpoint, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I wanted to play through the different expansions and all that. Didn't touch it. Division 2, didn't touch it. Kane, A Bridge of Spirits, didn't touch it. Spider-Man Miles Morales, didn't touch it. I've spent so much of the last like 6 years playing No Man's Sky. Horizon Zero Dawn, didn't finish that. You know, just like that, like I've spent hard-earned money on tons of other games and have like dedicated not anywhere near enough time to playing them and advancing through them. One of my favorite games in the last 10 years is a game, other than No Man's Sky, is a game on Nintendo Switch called Astral Chain, and didn't beat it. Very close, but just didn't beat it. You know, I love that game. I mean, just like I haven't touched anything. You know, so I'm right there with you. Sometimes you need to take a break and just work on some other stuff for a bit. Played a bunch more Horizon Zero Dawn leading up to Forbidden West coming out. Still haven't beat the original Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't even seen in person Forbidden West. A game I'm looking forward to that I really want to play is Forspoken. I'm actually really excited about that game, to be honest. 100%ed it. Nice. Breath of the Wild. I have not played Breath of the Wild. I know, like, that's blasphemy having a Nintendo Switch and not playing Breath of the Wild, but I just haven't played it. GTA 5. Yeah, Hidden really likes GTA 5. But I play it with him every now and again. I'm just not as into it as he is. It's kind of fun every now and again. But you know, what blows my mind, John Hall, is like Horizon Zero Dawn. Just think about the fact that that fucking thing ran on a PlayStation 4. I just want you to think about that. That is a beautiful game, just running on like 9-year-old hardware. Let's see here. So I own Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Have not spent much time playing it. I need to do that. I'm a complete Zelda fanboy, dude. I love Zelda, man. I've been Zelda going all the way back to like the early days of like the Nintendo platforms. One of my favorite Zelda games that I would like to see either they come out with a sequel to or they port it to the Nintendo Switch is what is it? Why can't I remember this now? It's the cell shade animated Zelda game that's like really open world where you can travel like on a boat. It came out on the Nintendo, I want to say it was the Nintendo Wii, the original Wii. Can't remember the name of it, but I want that on Nintendo Switch. I want them to port that over. I need that in my life. I love that game. Or was it GameCube? I can't remember. Wind Waker. Pidge, that's it. Fucking Wind Waker. I know it wasn't that big. People were like into Ocarina of Time and like other shit, but like Wind Waker was it for me, bro. That like I love, like, let me tell you, I loved that game. Loved it. Loved that game. Alright, let's make some hypercores. Alright, so what do I need? I need antimatter. Okay, boom, got it. And then some storm crystals. Alright, cool. So let's make some antimatter. Let's stock up, man. Okay. Now let's make these hypercores. Boom. Let's call that a day. Alright, let's get the shit out of here. I gotta get back up in the air, man. Long time ago, John. Not any that I can particularly recall. You know. Yeah, dude. Wind Waker was an unbelievable game, Pidge. It's like the game itself was good, but I just love my favorite thing about it. And I'm a big anime fan. Like I watch anime. I watch, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. I watch, One Punch Man. I'm into that. My Hero Academia, Psycho Pass. I love anime. And the matter of fact, I went back and I watched the original Gundam from like the late 1970s, the original serialized version. It was something about that anime animation style that just did it for me. I just loved it. Games try so hard to be like realistic so much of the time, and I don't necessarily need that all the time. It actually made it more. It enhanced the fantasy of the Zelda world more, seeing it animated that way in that game. I loved it, and I wanted to come back. And I love the aspect of like Zelda jumping on a sailboat and crossing the seas and going to these like different lands, and it was just something about that. Yeah. Yeah, the explosions looked amazing. That dragon that you fight in that mountain volcano, with the curly like rolling kind of fire visual, and it's everything. I love it. And you guys have probably like noticed too. I don't know if you guys only check me out on YouTube when it goes live, but Hidden has been streaming on Hidden Panda Show on Twitch, and he played this really cool like top-down fighting game the other day. He streamed on there. He's been streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's like our lives as our kids are getting older and we're getting stuff like that. Like our lives are slowing down a little bit, and so we've been managing to invest like more time back into the channel. So I'm hoping that we're able to kind of get back on that and start editing videos again and streaming more and all that kind of stuff, just one step at a time. All right, let's keep it rolling. Yes, dude. I agree, John Hall. Oh wow, dude, we got 7 watching, 8 likes. I'm pumped on that. I am. Alright, where are these pirates? I'm guessing they were attacking the, oh, they're gone now. Cool.
Extreme night temperature detected.
I know. I heard that Breath of the Wild is one of the best games ever made. And I know that term is not just like thrown around very much in the gaming world. So there's got to be something to it, I'm guessing. You're talking about starting a family pitch? I advise to completely block your schedule off other games to play it, and don't take a break for too long because the momentum helps. Ah, okay. You're talking about Deus Ex? Or Breath of the Wild? Alright, so out of jump range. Boom. I love the new freighter warp animation. I can't believe it has taken this long to just simply do that, but it makes all of the fucking difference in the world. It doesn't just absolutely pull me out of the immersion anymore. Like, now, if they just give me the ability to fly the goddamn thing, or at least my frigates, I will be so happy. Alright. Oh no, starting Breath of the Wild. Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, I played a little bit of it. My brother has it, but he didn't buy the physical Nintendo Switch version. He, like, downloaded it on his Nintendo Switch, so he couldn't, like, let me borrow it or anything. Which... Here's my thing, okay? Here, hold on. Hold on. Let me get on my soapbox here, okay? When it's something that is obviously a game changer or really good, yeah, I download a lot of games. Get the fucking physical ones, you know? Get the physical ones when it's something epic, you know, or you think it's gonna be epic. This one, still waiting on it to be epic, right? Epic, okay? Like, get the physical media. My brother goes and he you know, epic, okay? Epic. He goes and he downloads the friggin' game, tells me how great it is, and I'm like, oh, you should totally let me borrow it. And he goes, oh, I downloaded it. I don't have the cartridge. I'm like, you get one of the top games ever created. You don't buy the physical, so when I'm in a moment of like, I don't want to go spend that money right now, you can't hook a brother up. At least let me try it out. I got to come to you. I got to touch your sweaty Joy-Cons. I mean, bruh. So, that's my soapbox. You know, physical media is not dead. There's an inherent value to it, and you don't truly legally own digital media. So if it's something really good and epic, get the physical one. You know? I own No Man's Sky, like, digitally, because I didn't want to wait, and I wanted to play it right away as soon as it became available and downloaded it. Right? And I didn't want to wait in line and all that shit. But then I went and I bought the physical copy on PlayStation. I know. Okay? And I got the Xbox download. But then I bought the physical disc, right? And then I pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch physical one, okay? And then I own it on Steam. I mean, it's, you know, they can't take it from me. And here's the cool part. You know, on PlayStation, if I really want to, I can just disconnect from the friggin' internet and play the OG Day 1 version of No Man's Sky, just to remind myself, you know, how far we've come. You know, like... It's like the same thing with, like, Blu-rays. If I really like the movie, I'm getting a 4K Blu-ray. It comes with the digital version. It comes with it. So just get the physical one. Anyway, that's my soapbox. I have the physical copy. Yes. See, your brother loves you. Okay? Yeah, your brother, he got you a sick Christmas present. Yeah, your brother loves you. That's the difference. You know, that's the difference. Your brother loves you. He got you the physical copy. I still have the 2016 launch day. Yes, dude, absolutely. I buy most games on disc. Yeah. You know, if it's a game I'm not sure about, I want to try it out, maybe, like, I'll wait for it to go on sale and I'll get the digital version, or I'll wait for it to be free on PlayStation Plus or whatever. But if it's something like you can... there's a high probability that it's going to be excellent, right? It's a developer you trust. It's something you looked into. You got a really strong feeling it's gonna pop. It's gonna jump. Cop it. Just get the disc. You know, it just makes more sense. You know, like I have a Vudu streaming account. I own hundreds of movies on there, but almost all of those movies I also own on disc. You know, like you have to. It just makes more sense to do it that way. You know, if you read the terms of service on digital downloads, you don't own that. You basically leased it. You know, you don't own that shit. The physical, they'll have to come get it. You know? They'll have to come get it. Or cartridge. Yeah, man. Yes. Yes. Plus, you can't sell it. You can't sell it. You know how many, like, games, like, I'll buy a game, other people might be into it, but it's not my thing, or maybe I've played it all the way, they haven't come out with any expansions, there's no inherent value to it anymore, and I don't really play it. It's just sitting around. Maybe it's for an old system or whatever the case is. Sell it. I sold my old PlayStation VR, some accessories, a couple of games, you know, made some of my money back on it. I mean, like, that, you know, you can't do that with a digital copy because you don't own the distribution rights to it. But I can buy a physical copy and I can do a private sale and done. You know, I go on Facebook all the time. If it's a game, I'm not so sure about it, I don't want to buy it at full price, I'll find it on Facebook Marketplace. There is a lot of value to owning a physical product. You know, I know it's kind of old school these days, and all y'all kids want to download everything, but I mean, you know. Anyway, I don't want to keep harping on it. All of that because my brother didn't want to buy the physical copy of the game. See? That just caused stress on my life. See what you guys do to us, man, with y'all's digital downloads? Jesus Christ, man. Oh. Let's see here. I was being mostly dramatic, by the way, guys. But also, as the kids say, I'm being dead ass. Hyperdrive has no fuel. That's right. And I just made a bunch of it. Let's do it. Boom.
Technology recharge.
Let's go. Also nice to own stuff that might get removed. Yeah. Yes. You know? Like, what made me start really buying DVDs again is there's a couple movies that I had bought on Vudu, and this is why I brought that example up, that Vudu lost the digital rights for when Fandango took over and bought the company, right? Because Vudu was originally owned by Walmart, and then Fandango bought it, and during that acquisition, some stuff got, like, lost, okay? So some movies that I fucking bought, gone. Okay? Well, if I would have bought the disc version, because they all come with a Movies Anywhere code or a Vudu code or Ultraviolet or whatever the hell they got out there now, right? They all come with some digital code. Okay? So if I buy a physical disc, it'll always come with the digital code. I link everything through my Movies Anywhere account. It all comes with the digital code, like I said, and I can redeem it. So I have all of the convenience of being able to stream it on any device. But if they decide to take it away, or they lose their rights to that property, I still have the physical media. I can pop in my Xbox One X, or I can pop in my PlayStation 5 or my 4K Blu-ray player or whatever, and watch it, you know? Also, think about this. Internet goes down sometimes. Your ISP has an outage. Okay, that's happened before here, in Texas. So I can go into my theater room and I try to stream something. Oh, it won't stream. Okay, let me get my thing out, my folio, and let me bring the DVD out and pop it in, and we can still have movie night even though we don't have internet. You know what I mean? Anyway. Defo, not old school. Need physical so I can lend it to my mates and family. Yes, dude. Reptilian. Exactly, dude. They want to motivate the consumer to digital because they have the power. When you buy the physical media, you have the power. You can lend it to somebody. You can trade it and get some of the market value back for it when you do that, when you sell it, right? It's a physical thing that you can trade and barter with. Like, you're in control of its destiny once you buy it, Well, they don't want you to have that control of that. It's not like a grand conspiracy. I mean, they just don't. When you download the digital, they have the control. They have the control over its initial distribution, and they have control over the redistribution by preventing you from having any. So now you've spent the money, you can't make any of it back, but they can sell it an unlimited number of times and get rid of it whenever they want. With the physical copy, you can buy it for X value, play it for a year or whatever, and then trade it and get some of that value back. It just makes more sense. Where is the space station? Because I do not want to make this mistake again, where I've got to backpedal. I don't know if you still have been watching No Man's Sky content, John Hall, but they got rid of those just absolutely disgusting and annoying asteroids that you see fucking everywhere in space with like no end, and they've replaced it with these very deterministic type setups where they're in specific regions of the skybox. So, huge fan of that, if I do say so. Make sure I'm not missing any work call here. Delete that memory of that space station landing from your mind, by the way. That was a sinister series of events that just took place. It's egregious. Exactly. Planned all along, no doubt. Yes, man. Yes. I think we're showing our ages, Paige. I mean, we are. You know, embrace it, dude. Time travels in one direction. You know, until that's not true anymore. Embrace the old. It's all we've got. Let's see. Oh, this is another thing that like I still haven't gotten over, is just NPCs walking around. Like, what? Like, we never had that. You know? And they're like, dude, they've like Hello Games. Yeah, I mean, they don't give me everything I want all the time, but man, they step their shit up, man. I'm proud to be associated with this company, this game, this community. Like, you know, they did the right thing. Now, I don't want them to be like an example for gaming where a developer can like release a product that's unfinished and just be allowed to have 5 or 6 years to like bring it to life or whatever. I mean, you know, we don't want that happening too much. That seems to be a trend these days. But what we really need is we need these like these business mogul people that work at these companies to stop pushing these like deadlines. This is art. Like, video games are art. Yes, sometimes they can be like Star Citizen, where they'll just never come out ever. We all know that. As cool as it is, we know that game will never release in a finished state. It just won't. It just won't. At this point, it's on an old ass engine that everybody's moved off of. You know, and it's just, it'll never properly release. But like, some games are going to be like that. But I would rather wait. I would rather deal with a few delays and just wait. You know, because when I buy it and I play it, I want it to be finished. And you've got like these publishers and these companies that like push these developer due dates, and like they're having no choice but to release these things that are not finished. You know, I don't think it's the game developer, right? I don't think it's the artists on the floor like fucking the consumers over. I think they're pushing these guys too hard. And people, you know, the games are expensive. People are expecting a lot. The technology's constantly changing. They're taking longer to make these very detailed environments. There's a lot of money that goes into them for the voice acting and all the other stuff. And just take the time, you know? Like, am I upset that Forspoken's been delayed like 2 or 3 times? Yeah. But it also gives me comfort in knowing that they're willing to do that to potentially release it in a better state, right? Maybe they were playtesting it and the game was like too woke or something like that, and they're like, okay, let's go back to the drawing board, redo the story. Like, yeah, do that. Release your thing to me finished. Akuchim. Whoop whoop. Okay, let's hit the space station. I've learned my lesson. This expedition will take longer than I really feel comfortable with, but I'm too stubborn to just simply start it over, which would have been faster. But love the semicircle sails on that ship there. No emergency broadcast. What is this? Oh, that's going to be for settlements, I think. Okay. Back. What's up, dude? Okay. Sorry about that. Pidge, if you're still there, please, just quickly tell me, what are your thoughts on the new Game of Thrones? I've been watching it. I love it. It's way better than I was expecting to be so far. But what are your thoughts? Also, Rings of Power. I know that it's just popular to shit on things that seem woke these days, but you know what? Rings of Power. I'm a Tolkien fan. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. You know, fuck it. I love it. I really do. So far, it's amazing. Good pitch. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I think they're doing a really good job so far. Let's see if they keep it up. All right, peace, man. Enjoy your episode of Game of Thrones. And if I'm still streaming when you're done, come back and tell me all about it. Because I've seen it. Later, bro. Yes, man. Rings of Power turned out really good. I'm actually really impressed. I'm not a bandwagoner. You know, it doesn't seem that woke to me. You know? Okay, there's a elven warrior. There's a female. Okay? Who fucking cares? You know? You know, the Vikings had shield maidens. The Spartans had woman warriors as well. I mean, it's not unusual throughout human history to have women that kill things. Lions, the females do all the hunting. You know? Like, it doesn't mean it's woke. I don't get the feeling that it's woke. Peace, bruh. Okay. By the way, guys, my stream etiquette isn't as good as it used to be. So I will accidentally use foul language because that's how I speak. And then, so if there are any young kids, I am sorry. I will try to, at the very least, cut it down. Dawagu Aisha. All right. I love the fog in the space station now. I love the scaffolding, like these cranes. I love the people that are just like on forklifts. Like, look, these guys are just talking, bro. This dude's like, huh. Looks good. Huh. You know, they're just I dig it. Alrighty. Hit the space station. Man, I need to eat lunch here in a minute. That way, if I do get called into work, I don't have to run in on an empty stomach. I didn't eat breakfast or drink any coffee. Actually, I'm so addicted to coffee that when I don't drink it, I will start to get like a pretty profound headache because I start going through like coffee withdrawal symptoms. That shit a drug. Coffee a drug. Yeah, I basically got substance abuse problems when it comes to coffee. All right. Oh, thank goodness. One more jump. Just one. Coffee and pot are my favorites. We don't need to talk about what's I hear. But just know, John, just know, we aren't that different, you and I. Sorry for what, John? Did I miss something in the chat? Boom. Yay, yay. All right. Make the jump. Oh no. I was making a joke. You're probably very well aware of what's inside that pen. Yeah, I was just kidding. Yeah. Oh. Mission. What? Mission target is in another system. What? Okay, hold on. Oh, that was a phase 4 reward? Huh. Okay. Phase 2. Into the black. Okay. Yeah, no, boom, boom. Okay, read ship's log. Okay. Right. Speak to the commander. Cool. Where are you? Ah, okay. The freighter's master stands at ease, awaiting my instructions. Access ship's logs. Date stamp 2523.7. Arrived in the Nawaguch system. The computer tells us that it has been over a decade since we left. Perhaps it is right. The tiredness is all-consuming. We struggle to keep the memories fresh. There is at least a rhythm to life again, with the captain awake, but where are we going? Once more into the black, once more to disappointment. Whew. All right. Anyway, man, hella good to see you. Been a long time. It has, but never forgotten. You know. You know, it's the seasons change, things come and go. The fact that I can go such a long period of time, not stream, I jump back on, and you're here, and Pidge is here, and Sword stopped by, and Stark Wolf hung out, and you know, it just tells me everything I need to know. All right, let's claim our reward. Orbital exocraft materializer plans, wiring loom. Good, so I can use exocraft anywhere my freighter is at. Yellow freighter paint customization. Alright, cool. Let's get it. New building part learned. I need ionized cobalt. Boom. Warp cell. Not a problem. Okay. Yada yada. New recipe learned. Cool. Into the black. Excellent. Awesome. Okay. Reach the second rendezvous. We will do that last. Construct an orbital exocraft materializer. Freedom of the seas. Deploy a submarine. Nice. Optional milestone. Hospitality. Visit somebody else's freighter base. Somebody needs to link up with me at some point. So after I wrap up this Deus Ex playthrough, I think I'm going to move on to finishing Outer Worlds. I was digging that game a lot, but then we got a sweet No Man's Sky update, and I stopped playing it. You know, yeah, Outer Wilds is cool, or Outer Worlds is cool. Are you excited? I know this is a controversial subject, but I think it's controversial for absolutely no reason. But are you excited about Starfield? I actually am. And I think the game is getting a lot of unfair criticism before anyone even really knows what the fuck is happening. And I am really, really actually very pumped about it. So, yeah. Thoughts? Right? Dude, Hidden was like mad that like, you know, you couldn't seamlessly fly from, you know, outer space to the planet and all of that. You know, people are what they're not understanding is it's not a space game. Yeah, it's definitely not a space sim. Now, is it taking place in space? Yeah, that's one of the settings, and there are many. It's an RPG, first and foremost. Okay, it's like Skyrim in space. Okay, it's an RPG, so it has to be that first. So they didn't want to waste time on a mechanic of transitioning between planet and space and all these other things, because the game is focused more on customizing your starship and hiring a crew and performing missions and completing missions and things like that, and speaking with NPCs on planets, and you know, this whole 9 yards. And people, I don't think, really realize the complexity of making a planet that you can seamlessly transition to landing on top of. At one of the GDC conferences, I think it was Ines McKendrick, or it might have been Sean Murray, but I think it was Ines at Hello Games, talked about basically there were ways for them to essentially have the planet unfold into, it starts out round, and as you're flying towards it, it stretches out into like a flat plane. Like basically you're loading like different like layers of the map until you're on the planet, and that the physics of that and everything is like easier, because otherwise you're having to track objects on a spherical plane versus like a two-dimensional flat plane, you know. But they decided to go the harder route. And so planets in No Man's Sky, at least this is back in like 2017 or something, but planets in No Man's Sky are actually spherical, and all the objects that are on them they all have to be placed in position based on that spherical three-dimensional space. And that's not easy, but this is a space game, right? Like Starfield is an RPG that has elements of taking place in space. So with Starfield, what I'm going to really be focused on is not really the sandbox nature of it. I think that there's going to be a more compelling and strong narrative foundation to that game, and that there's an open world aspect so that you can stray off the path or complete things a different way, and give your character some freedom to explore and implement the game in whatever way that you see fit, and give you a lot of options. But first and foremost, I think it's going to be a strong narrative experience, just like any RPG, with some really cool gameplay loops. But I'm super pumped on it. Yeah, it's like Mass Effect had a baby with some Bethesda game with a sprinkling of No Man's Sky vibes. I like the sense of mystery and exploration, but not the style. I actually like the style. I kind of like that hyper-realistic look it's got going on for that game. I think that's what you mean. Hopefully, I'm understanding what you're saying there. I'm a big fan of these types of explorers. I love this type of wing. This is why I want ship customization in No Man's Sky, because I'd like to be able to put this wing type on any vessel. There's something about the contour of it. It's really pleasing, and it's one of my favorite wing types in No Man's Sky. I mean, I just love it. Whoa, was that ceiling light always there? Shining down on this thing? Am I tripping? Huh. Okay. So what's the next objective? Discover minerals. Cool. I'm gonna land on a planet. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna cut the stream for now. I will probably jump back on and continue the stream tonight. Does anybody know how many more days we have left in this expedition? I mean, I guess I can look it up here. Release log. It's just like a few more days, I think. I don't want to waste time looking at this right now. Dude, Panda. Dude, Panda, I found an Explorer like that one there, but with side pipe engines. And when you upgrade it with nanites to S-Class, you have a guaranteed 180.9 light-year base range. It's perfect, by the way. Dude, send me a screenshot of that on PlayStation, man. I'd love to see that. And if you remember where you found it, that would be super cool, too. But if you're jumping off, John Hall, peace. See you later, dude. Let's discover some minerals. Could never have too much dihydrogen. Should probably refill my life support now.
Received. received.
Alright.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Units received. Alright, let's see how many more I need. Okay, so I got 7 out of 15. Okay, cool.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Probably should have scanned that. Okay, I think that's about it.
Units received.
And let's try a different planet. Ooh. Always love seeing these trees. Those things are cool.
Received. Thermal protection falling. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
I do not like the look of these. This is very, ooh, ooh. Oh, I did not like that. There's something just very unpleasant about that creature. What are you? Magnetized ferrite.
Units received.
Okay, that might be everything on this planet. Okay. Possibly. What are you?
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Yeah. Alright, and... Ooh, mining beam's got nothing. Okay.
Technology recharged.
Alright, back to the ship. Ugh. So strange.
Units received. Thermal protection falling. Units received.
Units received. Okay.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I will not survive this. Oh shit, I forgot you could have decorations like that. That's pretty sweet. That is cool. Ah. And their fire visual's not half bad, man. I'm proud of Hello Games. They're having more dynamic, you know, type things. I hope that they're able to pull some of that off with the water physics, you know? I think that would be really cool. What's going on here? Last day. Okay. All right. Wait, that's Rendezvous 2? Huh? No. I will not stop. I would push forward into the darkness.
Warning. Threat detected.
Classic class bell hands. Okay. I don't know why I was so tickled by that. Okay. Slow down, slow down. Slow down. But how you like that for a blind landing? Didn't do half bad.
Thermal protection falling.
Don't tell me how to live my life, exosuit.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
One more, I think, right? Nope, I did it. Woo woo! Okay, hell yeah. Ah, I could have just waited. I could have just waited. Cool.
Thermal protection falling.
Hope.
Thermal protection falling.
It is here that I must build a geobay.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Unless
Thermal protection falling.
there is already one. Is that maybe what they did? Did they build a geobay? They did not build a geobay. At least I don't think. No.
Extreme cold damage detected.
Not good. I honestly do not know why I did that.
Extreme cold damage detected.
Almost there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom. Well, that is buggy.
Thermal protection falling.
Log extraction complete. Read log. Life goes on day after day, delivering after. I hope to go home soon. The life of a is not one like for me. Multiple sentinel energy signatures detected, requiring immediate dropping out of warp. There's sentinels. What are they doing? Fighting each other. The sentinel ships are engaging each other, ignoring us for now. The sentinels appear to have departed. They are distress signal nearby, broadcasting 16 on repeat. I'm going to take a look. Boom. Okay. I love the underwater crash freighters so much. Okay. Let's get back to the ship. Oh. And I'll say this is probably a good stopping point here. At this point. I'll probably jump on later tonight and finish up this phase of the expedition, and then tomorrow try again to finish it up and then go to phase 3. I really, really, really want to complete this one. Alright. Collect reward. 3,333 nanites. Woo woo. Okay. New building part learned. Teleport chamber. Got it. Let's do these cargo slots though. They're more useful. Gracias. Alright, let's go ahead and collect on this stardust. Liquid sun, 400 oxygen, starship storage augmentation. Yeah. We'll do the starship stuff because I think I've got to scrap a ship and find a ship and all that, so if I end up liking that ship, that's what I'll add the storage slots to. Collect reward. Frigate module, supreme scanning system upgrade, salvage data times 25. Let's get it. Back to phase 2. Alright, reach the second rendezvous. That's cool. Already collected the reward for that. Construct an orbital exocraft materializer. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I corrected my initial mistake and made it back to where I needed to be, and then now I'm in the midst of phase 2 of the expedition. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream for now. I'll probably jump back on later today, tonight, potentially. So just be aware that may happen. Thank you guys for joining today. Pretty much everybody that joined in to view the stream looks like the stream, so I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate the support over the years. We've had the YouTube channel up since 2017, and me and Hidden have gone through stuff in our life here and there, and have had to step away and come back, and step away and come back, and you guys always show up, so I really appreciate it. You can also follow us over on Twitch at The Hidden Panda Show. There, that is predominantly where Hidden's been streaming, and he's been streaming a few different games over there. There's one called like Fight Night something or other. It's like a top-down, like it almost reminds me of like an old school kind of beat 'em up arcade game. Like I had a lot of fun watching his stream on there the other day. That game looked really interesting. It actually made me want to buy it. I think it's like free on Game Pass or something like that for Xbox. But he's also been streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator over there. which he's been having a lot of fun playing. That's a game that he's pretty heavily addicted to. And then there's another game that he recently picked up that he's really pumped on and been playing a bunch of, called Cult of the Lamb. And that's something that he'll probably start streaming on there as well. So you can follow us in both places. And we're just trying to kind of, I guess, reinvigorate the channel and come back and start building it all over again. So anyway, appreciate you guys being here. Peace. Thank you for stopping by. Holla holla.